Sports of the Moonlit Kingdom. In the far reaches of the enchanted realm of Eldoria, there existed a kingdom bathed in an eternal glow, a place where the moon never set, casting its silvery light over the land in a constant state of twilight. This was the Moonlit Kingdom, a mystical realm hidden from the eyes of mortals and protected by ancient magic. Only those pure of heart or cursed by fate could find their way to its gates. The kingdom was ruled by Queen Selene, a ruler as mysterious as the moon herself. Her beauty was otherworldly, her eyes shimmering with the light of 1,000 stars. But behind her regal facade, a darkness lingered, a curse placed upon her the moment she ascended to the throne. For the Moonlit Kingdom was not merely a place of beauty and serenity. It was also a kingdom of secrets, its true history buried beneath layers of silence and shadows. A young woman named Aria lived in the village at the edge of Eldoria. Though she had heard whispers of the Moonlit Kingdom her entire life, she never truly believed in its existence. That is, until the night she stumbled upon an ancient silver locket while wandering through the woods near her home. The locket was cold to the touch, its surface adorned with intricate engravings of moons and stars. When Aria opened it, she found a faded portrait of a woman who looked exactly like her. In a moment, she gazed into the eyes of the woman in the portrait. A strange sensation washed over her, as if a hidden memory was surfacing. A long-forgotten truth trying to make itself known. The whispers started soon after. At first, they were faint, like the wind brushing through the trees, but they grew clearer each night. Whispers of a lost princess, a kingdom shrouded in mystery, and the terrible curse that plagued it. The more Aria heard, the more she felt an undeniable pull toward the heart of the kingdom. In her dreams, she saw the Moonlit Kingdom, its towers shimmering in the light of a perpetual full moon. Its streets empty, save for the silhouettes of shadowed figures who seemed to beckon her closer. One night, after the whispers became too loud to ignore, Aria packed her belongings and set off on a journey into the heart of Eldoria. The forest, thick with ancient trees, whispered to her as she ventured deeper, guiding her path with an unseen force. Her heart raced as she approached a clearing, and there, in the distance, she saw it. The shimmering gates of the Moonlit Kingdom. She'd standing on the threshold of the unknown. But something, an overwhelming sense of belonging, compelled her to step forward. As she crossed the gates, the world around her seemed to shift. The air became cooler, the moonlight brighter, and the shadows deeper. Aria wandered through the deserted streets, her footsteps echoing in the silence. The kingdom, though beautiful, seemed abandoned, as if its inhabitants had vanished long ago. She passed by grand palaces and gardens bathed in silver light, but there were no people. Lonely, the whispers, growing louder with each step. Eventually, she came to the castle, its towering spires reaching up into the sky like fingers of stone. The doors opened to her as if they had been expecting her, and she entered the grand hall, where a single figure stood waiting. Queen Selene. The queen's presence was mesmerizing. She stood in the center of the room, her long white gown flowing like liquid moonlight, her silver hair cascading around her shoulders. Her eyes, the same shimmering silver as the moon, locked onto Aria with an intensity that seemed to pierce her very soul. Queen Selene. The queen's presence was mesmerizing. She stood in the center of the room, her long white gown flowing like liquid moonlight, her silver hair cascading around her shoulders. Her eyes, the same shimmering silver as the moon, locked onto Aria with an intensity that seemed to pierce her very soul. "You've come," the queen said, her voice soft but filled with ancient power. "Mode, I knew it was only a matter of time before you found your way here." Aria's heart raced. Who am I? Why do I feel like I belong here?" Selene smiled faintly, a sad, wistful expression crossing her face. "You are my daughter, Aria, the true heir to the Moonlit Kingdom." Aria recoiled, her mind spinning. "No, that can't be true. I'm just a simple girl from the village. I don't understand." The queen's expression softened, and she walked toward Aria, her footsteps silent on the marble floor. "When I was young, I was cursed by a powerful sorceress. I was forced to take the throne, but with it came the curse that would bind me to the moon. I was to rule forever, unable to leave the kingdom, and doomed to watch it wither in the light of an unyielding moon." Aria listened, her heart aching for the queen. "What does this have to do with me?" Your bloodline is the key to breaking the curse, Selene said, her voice filled with quiet sorrow. The sorceress who cursed me foresaw that my daughter would one day return to the kingdom and break the spell. You, Arya, are the key to releasing me from this eternal prison. Arya's mind reeled. She had never imagined she could be part of something so grand, so powerful. She felt the weight of her heritage press upon her. But she also felt the pull of something greater, a sense of purpose that had always been missing from her life. But there was one catch. The curse could not be broken without sacrifice. The queen's eyes darkened. To break the curse, you must take my place. You must become the ruler of the Moonlit Kingdom, bound to the moon for all eternity, while I am freed. Arya's heart sank. The cost was too great. How could she choose between her own freedom and saving the queen? As if reading her thoughts, Selene placed a gentle hand on Arya's shoulder. You are not alone in this, Arya. I have lived with this curse for centuries. But you have the power to change everything. You can free this kingdom, free its people. And when you do, you will not rule alone. You will have your freedom. The whispers in the kingdom began to grow louder, filling Arya's ears with ancient songs of the past. Her decision weighed heavily upon her. In that moment, she understood the Moonlit Kingdom, though beautiful and timeless, had been cursed by its own history. And the only way forward was through sacrifice and love. Arya made her choice. With a heavy heart, she stepped forward, placing her hand in the queen's. The moonlight around them intensified, swirling and shimmering, as the curse was broken. Selene's form dissolved into light, her body freed from its eternal prison. While Arya felt the magic of the kingdom take hold of her, pulling her into its embrace and soul, the Moonlit Kingdom was reborn. Under Arya's rule, the kingdom flourished once more. The moon still shone brightly in the sky, but now it was a beacon of hope, not of despair. As the whispers of the kingdom faded into peaceful silence, Arya looked up at the moon, knowing that her destiny was now intertwined with its eternal light. And